Hi, I'm Randy Wooden, and welcome to another in our Edge Library series. This time we're going to cover the topic of what does an employer really look for? And when I give group talks, very often I'll ask this question, and I'll ask it to those in attendance, and I'll say, if you're an employer, what are a couple of things that you really tend to focus on when you would interview a candidate? And I get a series of answers, everything from somebody who can do the job to somebody who's dressed right, somebody who shows up on time, somebody who asks good questions. I could go on. And really, when you look at it from a broad perspective, there are two primary things that an employer tends to look for. One is, well, can the person do the job? Do they have the skills? And that means either have they done the job, and maybe they are looking to do a similar job here with the company, or if maybe they haven't exactly done this job before, they can demonstrate transferable skills and they're trainable and enthusiastic, that sort of thing. So that's the one component, and I sort of alluded to it just a moment ago when I said enthusiastic. Okay, that's the other piece, the attitude that somebody brings. And so an employer is looking at you not only for, hey, can this person do the job, but also, will they fit in here? And what does that really mean to have a good attitude? Obviously, it means everything from taking the time to prepare for the interview, meaning, well, dressing appropriately, doing homework on the company, understanding perhaps who their competitors are, asking good, thoughtful questions, taking the time to dress appropriately. All of those things factor in, as well as even something as simple as a handshake. Statistics have shown, and you could debate the numbers here, that typically about a third or more of the people who will interview you make a decision on whether or not to hire you within the very first few seconds. Now, that may not be fair, but that's how we operate. So you really only have that first minute or two to set that good first impression. And so a good smile, good firm handshake, eye contact, all of those things help to convey trust, responsibility, bonding, that sort of thing. And I believe, again, throughout the interview, by asking good questions and by sitting up and looking attentive, all those things help contribute to somebody essentially liking you. Because let's face it, not only do you have to be able to do the job, but in their mind, you've got to also be one that could fit into the company. Now, having said that, you as the candidate, of course, you're going to be looking at them, the employer, and saying to yourself, is this a job that I can do, given my background? And also, is it something that I want to do? And the want to part could encompass a number of things. Could encompass the industry, the person you're working for, working with. It could be the amount of money they're going to pay you. It could be how far from your house it is, the commute, that sort of thing. Any number of things that would go into, is this something that I'd like to be a part of? Could be growth potential. Could be any number of things. So that's a little bit on some of the dynamics that go on during an interview. And I think as a candidate, your role is twofold here. One is to convey that, yes, I can do the job. And secondly, that the attitude and the put me in, coach, I want to work with this team, that whole attitude piece needs to be there. One without the other isn't good enough for most cases. That'll wrap it up on the what does an employer really look for question. I get that a lot when I give my talks, and I wanted to share that with you in this Edge Library segment. I'm Randy Wooden. Thanks for watching.